Get it. Go get it. Photo poor so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Photo poor so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it here, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of 2 on a Monday night between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Here's Stafford. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Stafford going to give this to Akers. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Off play action. Fields rolling to his right. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. One play action. Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 39. That one goes for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
There's Mooney with another catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run with Montgomery. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
This is Lazard with a catch out left. Touchdown! Allen Lazard from 3 yards out. And the Bears are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And that's good for a gain of 6. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's coming. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw, but I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the top part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Fields on 1st down. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 38, Stafford gonna let one fly for Robinson, and he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Bears are gonna get it back here just shy of the 20. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On second down, Montgomery. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Got a man. That's Colin Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on third down, good for 28. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Quick throw complete to Hurd.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Rams force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Play action. Stafford. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Now a give. Akers running left.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. And this one's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They had had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Catch is made by Hurd. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now it's Fields. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford going up top for Kupp. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
McCann's kick up and good.
And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Well, we saw David Montgomery lead the nation a few years back in broken tackles when he was at Iowa State, and he's proven to be difficult to bring down in the NFL as well. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
Fields now to throw.
Able to find Lazard. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 16. A gain there of 21 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Going up the gun, Montgomery. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 9, Fields. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. His 1st NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is now 17-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from them pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now a give running right is Montgomery. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Fields. That's complete to Lazard. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just needed the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Lazard. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch. Gain at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to play, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head. 1, 2.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the counter, this is Akers.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack.
Double right.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps... Perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll keep it on the ground. Ellis. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. A first throw for the backup Rosen. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Rosen will throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he puts this one through and makes our score 31-10. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, it's Fields. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 10, Fields. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there.